The news has been confirmed that Cristiano Ronaldo will be making a move to Serie A and Juventus. Martin, how much of a surprise now that this has finally been done?
Yeah, it's not a surprise. There was a divorce between the club, Florentino Perez and Cristiano, and it has different causes. One is the contract. He wanted a better contract. The last contract he signed was in 2016. The club figured out or imagined that his career was going down. It's normal. He was getting older like everybody. But Cristiano,
he's such a physical specimen and he's really kept himself going. He believes that he's got several more seasons, presumably.
He proved everybody, us too, wrong. He was amazing. He won 2 champions in the last 2 years, the Ballon d'Or, 2 Ballon d'Or and other important titles. So he thought he deserved better. And also he felt that he was not being treated like a legend, that the club was trying to find a substitute in his back. So,
but people saying that it's about money, he'll probably actually end up earning less. So is it more about principle, do you think, the fact that him and Florentino Perez have not been seeing eye to eye?
And it's about ego too.
Yeah.
Cristiano is a great football player, but has a big ego. And this has helped him in his career to have a winning mentality. It's good for him too. But Florentino has a big ego too. He's a very strong man. So it's a shame for Real Madrid and for Cristiano. I think that they were meant to be, but now it's too late.
Thank you very much. It'll be interesting to see if this paves the way for another Galactico at the Bernabeu. All the very latest, keep it right here at ESPN.
If I told you a week ago that Cristiano Ronaldo was going to be a Juventus player, you would just laugh me out the room.
I think we did.
It's an incredible story, isn't it?
I think we did, and I think most of us, to a man. All the guys that have been on the show, Steve McManaman, who was over as well, Robbo's been over, all the regulars, we all said, you know, this is the Ronaldo story. No matter what Real Madrid were pushing, you hear it every year, sometimes twice a year. It's got to be about money. He wants a little bit more love. He's not in the World Cup now. And that's how it's been painted over the last few years, and generally out at the end of it is a new contract and bumper pay rise, and Ronaldo stays and everything's hushed for a while. But clearly that's not been the case. I don't know the exact reason why, but yeah, we all sort of scorned it. But fair play to Juventus. I'm not sure what it's costing them. It must be a heck of a lot.
Well, it's a record transfer for Juventus, and I think when he's been linked to clubs in the past, you could understand PSG, China, Manchester United, maybe you name a left. Juventus was never on the radar whatsoever.
The Serie A is a league that hasn't been able to get the highest paid players and the best players in the world at the moment, but to get Ronaldo to go there, they're obviously finding money from somewhere. But I think what's surprising as well is that Real Madrid are quite happy for him to go. They haven't stood in his way. I mean, Ronaldo wanted to go, but they've not stood in his way. They've allowed the move to go ahead. And I think it's great for Serie A. It's great for Juventus as well. Do
you think they're the big winners out of all of this? Will Real Madrid regret this, or is it kind of everyone?
Well, from a football perspective, Juventus are going to be a better side with, potentially a better side with him, and even at his age. I mean, financially, I can't answer that question. The big thing for Real Madrid now is we're probably going to, as soon as this World Cup's finished,
it's going to be who?
We're going to be on it. Is like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Who's the Galactico? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it Neymar? Is it Mbappe? Is Gareth? I mean, the other side of the coin as well now. It probably means Bale's not going to be going anywhere.
Sure. Yeah.
So there's lots of different factors now that could feed in, but I didn't think it was going to happen.
There's even talk of Benzema going. There's talk of Bale going.
Yeah.
This is a totally rebuilding of Real Madrid under a new manager, Lopetegui.
The right thing to do, though, from Real Madrid's perspective?
I think they were the European champions, but I think they were just slightly on the way, and you saw that in La Liga. There were certain games in the Champions League, particularly when they were at home against Juventus, when they were struggling at one point. They were 3-0 up from the first leg and nearly lost that game. So there was signs that they were starting to get that little bit too old, and that's why I think Lopetegui and the president wants to change.
Well, it's official. Cristiano Ronaldo is now a Juventus player after Real Madrid and the old lady agreed on a deal for the big man. We've got Stuart Robson here with me, so you know that when Stuart is in, we have to talk tactics, Stuart.
Yep.
So we want you to school us, because the #1 question is, will Cristiano Ronaldo fit in the Serie A, and what at his age can he really offer to Juventus to hopefully give them that Champions League title that they want? So how do you see him fitting in? What does he need to do to fit in?
There's this great myth that Serie A is slow football, that it's too defensive. That was maybe 20 years ago. Serie A's moved on. It's a good league now. They play good football. There's goals in the league. There's crosses coming into the box. They're not so good defensive as they once were. So Ronaldo will fit in perfectly. I mean, Juventus, whether they're playing with a back three and getting their wing backs high, or whether they're playing with a back four and getting midfield players out wide and getting crosses into the box. If Ronaldo is going to be an asset to Juventus, you have to get crosses into the box. He's not the player that he was 5, 6, 7 years ago, who played out on the wing and went past people and delivered crosses and shot from distance. He's now a player that is brilliant in the box. Get crosses into him, he'll find space, he'll work defenders, he's good technically in the air, he's a good finisher. That's how Juventus have to get the best of it. And Serie A will be a better league for it.
How do you see him linking up with any teammates in specific that you would you're anxious to see him meet up with?
That is the big question. Who's going to stay? Higuain as a centre forward alongside him? I'm not sure that's going to work out particularly. Dybala playing in behind him. There's talk about Dybala going elsewhere. Cuadrado, if he plays out on the right-hand side, will get crosses into the box. Douglas Costa, likewise, if he can get crosses into the box, those two players can certainly work with him very well. It's who plays up front with him and who plays just behind him. That's the big question that will only be answered once the season starts and we see who is still in Juventus books.
Well, I don't even think the ink is dry on the paper if they haven't even signed it yet, but it is exciting times ahead, especially for all of Juventus fans who I'm sure are licking their chops at this deal. Thanks so much to Stuart Robson. Make sure to continue to track this story right here at ESPN FC.